So here we're looking at the overview of the geolocation of the Copenhagen and the train stations that we've received. We have the two different train stations, marked out with just some simple blocks and a yellow line to indicate the actual railway line or subway line based on the Google Maps imagery. So let's go and actually view one of those subway stations up close, zooming in and taking a little closer look. Here is the 3D model, as received, transitioning over to the more detailed model of the subway station. So let's travel within that station. Here we can see we added some base materials and added some lighting, nothing over the top. Adding some of those components just to showcase some of the material options that we can bring into it. These elements were done in less than a day. Let's head back outside. We can see that your location is coming back. And let's take a closer look at the second station. This one, we haven't adjusted any kind of materials. Let's just remove some of those components out of the way for better visualization. And heading into the second station that we've received, placing it into the corresponding location, we kept it pretty much overlapped with the original geolocation and components. You can see the lighting's just generating. No materials have been added really, here just some basic generic grey materials. Just to showcase some of the elements within the train station, add some base lighting in here. So a quick visualization of the station. We can even see some of the support structures of the station are still within the model here. Now let's take a closer look at the 3D model. We can actually see that all the piping, the plumbing components, all the electrical conduits are visible. And we could actually highlight those components and showcase those within the model if that is a particular requirement for the project. All the venting, ducting, everything is within the project, so we've got the full model loaded in, with all its corresponding details. One can highlight those if need be, with the walls active as well. So let's look at the art of the possible. We've got a tram station here where we can see all the locations of the tram stations in the surrounding area. We've added some animations of vehicles travelling around. You can navigate, you can zoom in, and you can actually even click on one of those trams and then navigate towards the inside of the tram. One can see what the inside of the tram would look like in this particular instance. We can even see how the tram would travel along the track and see its exact path and those kind of components. We can change the time of day to see the lighting within the environment, as well as the weather conditions so that we can see how these conditions will affect certain areas within the project.